What's going on, peeps? I want to give you guys a succinct dissection on death and why most people, predominantly in the Western cultures, Western world, are totally frightened and apprehensive of death itself. They don't embrace it. They actually try to avoid speaking, associating, even thinking about it. You know what I mean? And that's just because of misinformed, um, and you can even say disinformed, intentional. You know what I mean? To get you afraid of the inevitable. What you have to understand, is that death itself it's a cycle. It's a part of life, but at the same time, there is no death. You know what I mean? There is no beginning, no ending. It just is. There is no such thing as a death. There is no ending to what we are. There may be a death or ending, not an ending, but a death of the physical, the personality, the individuality of what makes up our character. Yes, but in terms of our true being, our true self, which we are immortals. We've been immortalized through the soul or the core of our very being. You know what I mean? We're immortals. So there isn't such thing as death. There's only transition of different worlds. As you know, when you perceive life through a multi-dimensional modality, then you begin to, understand what I'm talking about. But most of Western civilization, Western education is totally orientated around or concentrated around physical. You know what I mean? For instance, we're given a physical perspective on life, through evolution. You know what I mean? This is that we evolve from this. When inseminate those seeds at a very tender age, we see like through a physical. You know what I mean? You speak to some people who aren't afraid of death. You'll say, okay, have you studied this philosophy? And most likely they'll say, yeah, because they know it's more to this life than just the physical. But when you see things through just a physical modality, then you begin to, pretty much justify your selfish tendencies in a way that is completely unaltruistic, because you see life as being a physical. You say, oh, I can put this trash right here. I can put these obstructions. I can put this garbage in my body because I'm gonna die anyway. So, all people always say, you know, I'm gonna die anyway, so I eat what I want. You know what I mean? But you have to don't live to eat, eat to live. And when you see life through a physical perspective, that's all you think about. You're gonna die anyway. That whole saying, oh, you only live once. No, you don't live once. You live forever. You are an immortal. We're all immortals. We are co-creators. We are gods ourselves. I don't like using that word, but to really narrow it down to, give people understand that's what we are. You know what I mean? We are co-creators of this divine and auspicious universe. So really, um, don't be afraid of death. Embrace it. But when it gets down to it, you'll really begin to find out what kind of person you really are. Um, Death is a beautiful thing, and there's no such thing as it. No one ever really dies. So you have to really educate yourself, because, like I said, we've been misinformed, disinformed, intentionally. Stop seeing life through a physical modality. Like I said, to really elaborate on that a little bit further, when you see life through a physical modality, you see just the physical. You know what I mean? People automatically, identify with what's physical. This is it. This is it. No, see life through a multi-dimensional perspective, because we are multi-dimensional beings. Once you see life through that, you begin to see that the world is bigger than what we perceive it as. You know what I'm saying? The physical perspective is just a it's really a myopic part of us. You know what I mean? So it plays its role as well. So I'm gonna give you guys a little short video on that. More to come on that, because I really want to elaborate that a little further. Peace.